Alright, so let me explain. The day was Wednesday, May 7th. A pretty eventful day for myself. Because I had the Arsenal PSG second leg to watch, I had the Eurovision video to put together, and on top of all of this, I decided it'd be a great idea to organize a hangout with a friend pretty much hours after the game. Because I'm stupid. However, it started like any other day for me, you know, just doing my own thing, eating some breakfast, taking Adderall, going through Instagram Reels before I actually get started. But as I'm going through my Reels, I come across this one football Sigma edit from the big year of our Lord, 2025. Alright, so if you're confused, don't worry, I hate myself, so I'm gonna break this all down for you. Okay, so to set the premise, right, we are at the North London Derby from back in, I think, January or February, not too sure. And here's our first subject, K-pop star Lisa, who has a pretty big following. Now, Lisa here is about to go and say hello to K-ball star Son Heung-min, you know, we're just keeping the theme here. You see what I did there? I really should just jump off a bridge. She goes to say hello to Son, and which Son just ignores her, doesn't even know that she's there, doesn't even really acknowledge her presence. Acknowledge me! She goes for a second try. Son, look at me! Son continues to ignore her, and then she walks off with a sad reaction, as you can see from this giant arrow that is specifically telling you that she is having a very sad reaction. And then the camera pans back to Son, who is having the cold reaction. Now, obviously, if you have even a tiny hint of a brain, you would know that this is not what happened. If I'm being really honest with you, I don't even care what happened, because these two subjects probably don't even care. But if you were kind of confused as to what was happening, it's pretty simple. She did the coin toss. But going back to the actual reel itself, I was very confused at first, because this is what my Explore page typically looks like. Like, there's no football here. This video though, which has 400,000 likes as of this recording, by the way, was so god-awful that I just had to send it to someone. I had to ruin someone else's morning. I couldn't be the only one to have a ruined morning. But then I decided to go one step further, and I posted the video on Twitter with an extremely satirical caption. You know, this is just me being stupid on Twitter. This is nothing new. Like, I just say whatever, post whatever, and then never think about it for the rest of my life. Like, that's how I process Twitter. I did notice a few hours later it was getting a good amount of likes and all, but I was way too stressed out with the Eurovision video and the impending suffering at 3 p.m. to really care. And especially after the Arsenal loss, yeah, I completely forgot about this tweet, because on the way to go and see my friend, it was like a nuclear bomb went off in my YouTube notifications. Like, this is all part of the game of chirping. Whether or not you actually deserve to be chirping, it's whatever. But I was definitely public enemy number one for many different clubs that day, you know, Real Madrid, PSG, quite honestly, all of them. Or so I thought. I got back home at 11:30, needing to basically put some finishing touches to the Eurovision video. Before I did though, I gave Twitter a cheeky little look and noticed that there were a decent amount of Lisa fans that had come across the video and completely missed the joke. Okay, so quick disclaimer before we go ahead with the rest of the video, please do not attack any of the accounts shown in this video. I didn't think too much of it though, because yeah, the video was starting to find that fan base, but it was a pretty small amount at the time, so I just kind of fucked with them and then went on with the rest of my night. Fast forward to about 4 in the morning, the Eurovision video is finally done, I get to finally go to bed, and I was not ready whatsoever for what I was about to wake up to. In a matter of like 10 hours, the whole tweet had been bombarded by Lisa stans. Who are you people? Who, by the way, all did not get the joke. Before we keep going on with this story, just in case you don't know what a stan is, it's basically an obsessed fan. That's it. But yeah, so these stans were posting pictures of what actually happened, not realizing that the post was making fun of the video. It's literally on their side. And the wild thing about all of this is I'm pretty sure they made response edits to this tweet. This, though, was honestly tame compared to the other shit I saw. They were going at Son's neck. I saw so many tweets like, Lisa and who? Lisa don't give a fuck to that Korean pancakes man. She was invited there and trying to be nice to shit. But as usual, the I'm gonna have a stroke reading this. But as usual, the mentality ill people need to use Lisa to gain their page. If Lisa show her diva attitude there, y'all will say otherwise. Well, Lisa will always be the hot topic. They're also saying he was nugu, which apparently means irrelevant in the K-pop community, but listen, I can't lie, that shit sounds like a slur. This was all so insane, to the point that you had K-pop stans actually whipping out graphics of Son's trophy record. Like, this shit ain't serious, man. Come on. I'm screaming. Fans of overrated dicks running around kicking a ball really think they said something useful? Focus on watching your 90-minute match where the macho clowns you worship can't even score a single goal. You know what? Listen, they kinda cooked. I will say, though, this tweet was pretty funny. Oh yeah, also, like, half the replies were this picture of Lisa with Neymar with some kind of caption saying, like, I don't know, Son is a nobody, or, you know, Son is ugly, or whatnot. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, Son Heung-min, I am so sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I will say though, Son was not getting as much hate as me, cause holy shit, man. Dumbass. I was getting called corny, an incel, and the hate got so crazy that you had people dedicated to this craft. People going to my Instagram, people going and screenshotting shit from my YouTube channel. You look like a booty hole twink, so fucking ugly. This is 215 likes. And listen, you guys typing out Macwell Gay in the comments right now, you're not dedicated to the craft enough, because the K-pop stans have you beat. There were multiple people that replied with this video of me shoving a glizzy down my throat.
So there was a good amount of these posts, but this was the funniest one.
Oh, and also, can't forget, these are K-pop stans, of course. I have most definitely seen racism. Wrong slur, by the way. And also death threats. I think there's like 500 quote tweets from K-pop stans just insulting me. But I've been doing this YouTube thing and social media thing for God knows how long. So, you know, I got some pretty tough skin. I can't lie, you know, there were a couple that kind of got to me, you know, like, who is poison cake? Flop cake? Dumb cake? At this point, I think K-pop stans might get to me before Ice ever does.
So, quick update on the situation. The Lisa stans did indeed mass report my account, as you can see from this email. I'm just kidding. This was a scam. I don't have my Twitter account anymore, so follow this one just in case I never see that one again.
And then there was this one where someone tagged Nikki to, I guess, tell her how horrible of a person I am. I don't know, man. Again, like, not one stan understood that this was satire. Not one? Like, is this how those people who made the Yabba Dabba Doo memes felt when she responded to the memes about her being a good singer by telling people to get bitches and touch grass? Also, I feel bad for the people who were so obviously playing into the satirical post, because now they're getting flamed. Like, you guys don't deserve that. I can't lie though, I was still playing with fire here, you know? I was still fucking with some of the K-pop stans. And one example was this tweet of a picture of basically just one of the hate comments in Thai with the caption, "We've reached the Thai audience." I just did it because, you know, Lisa's from Thailand and I thought it was really funny. Yeah, that ignited a whole new wave. The very next day, I wake up to the whole country of Thailand telling me my dick is small. I also got this tweet telling me to go to the gym. I want to say a big thank you to them because I did actually go to the gym for about the first time in 8 months. But like, holy fuck, man. Again, how did not one person get that this was satire? Like, if you look at the tweet, it's in all caps. And it's using like 600 emojis. How can you be this stupid? I know I've already shown you guys so many of these tweets of vitriol towards me and I guess Son Heung-min, but like, I don't think you understand how truly mad some people were because one person quote tweeted this 6 times. You don't even have a profile picture of Lisa. I don't understand what is happening anymore, man. I really appreciate those who have been trying to defend my name. But listen, okay, you are trying to be rational with irrational people. Stop doing it, okay? You're only wasting your time. It still doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, I got skinned alive, and I was on their side. Honestly, I genuinely miss the days when K-pop was like a smaller thing. I'm not much of a K-pop fan now, but I was a pretty big fan in like 2012. Yeah, like Girls' Generation. Mr. Baikara, I was playing like 20 times a day. That song was so addictive that like 8 years later, I got back into it and then did the same exact thing. Cause it's that damn good. You know, the crazy thing is, I honestly had thought that the K-pop community on Twitter had simmered down just a little bit. Cause I remember they were very toxic, but I hadn't really seen much in like the last couple years. So I just thought, you know what? Maybe they're better. No, the fuck they're not. It's crazy because I pissed off so many football club supporters, and nothing even comes close to the shit I've seen during this incident. And that tweet has 5 million views. Like, I'm so confused. How the hell did they even find this tweet? There is no mention of K-pop. There is no mention of Lisa. I am so confused, man. Also, this has gotten so big that a good amount of people knowing it ain't that deep are calling this shit rage bait. Man, this is not rage bait. This is just my humor. Anyways, this shit got so out of hand that I felt like it would be a great video to make for the weekend, so hope you enjoyed it. I know the title also probably says something along the lines of all of K-pop Twitter. I know it's not all of them, but I needed a title, okay? And that's the best I can come up with. Also, shout out to this account. I love them so much. So, moral of the story here. Don't talk about K-pop. Just don't. Positive, negative, just don't. Because either way, you will be skinned alive. Somehow. Of course, though, a massive shout out to all our members, including Janos Balas, Luke RBB, Aresan, Brazilian Fury, Jeremiah Usu Ajiman, Valera, Django, Adazir Makalankam, Alex Rod, Slider Kid, Taco Okafan, Kentra Agatra, St. Terrence, Sylvia Citrus, Rashford Enthusiast, Cheesebait, Winder Gel, Finn Likes Rugby More, Davox, The Portugeiser, Polo Protos, Van Fan, Lucien Von Kreuz, Gezegesprecher Kivix, A Ghostly Owl, Coney Wolves, Leakstab, Mudtanai, Sketchy Card, Apollo, Congo Jazz 1, German Sayu 7, Thrilling ADT 13, Los Milos, La James Braun, Facino, Jamie Vardy's 10th Red Bull, Nightwalker, Knapside, Money Cash Hose, Quantavious Pork, Lilia Lover, Stewed Monk, Tyler A. Davis, Kev C, Dominic Griffin, Kyler Kress, Mohammed Al-Tanib, Nish, Patrick Barley, Bradford God 5, and Unbroken Persona. If you'd like to become a member on the channel, there'll be a link down below and up in the annotations. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. I probably won't learn from this mistake. You can follow me on Instagram if you'd like, where it's a little more tame, and you get to see videos of me gobbling glizzies. But of course, you can follow my Twitch, where I'm not really sure if we're going to be doing any more watch-alongs. Maybe we will, I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming, though, especially going into the summer when I have more time to do so. But until then, I'll see you guys. I do think Lisa's really attractive, by the way. I didn't know about the problematic stuff though, okay? Like, before all this, I didn't know.